And then all of a sudden, Eric says, my phone's doing it again. My phone's malfunctioning again. Well, I learned from earlier that I need to move fast if I'm going to see, whatever is happening. And so I dart over to his side, and sure enough, his whole phone had turned purple, had turned this magenta purplish color, and was flashing and acting all erratically. And everyone was talking about how they were feeling uneasy. Well, thank goodness he had the presence of mind to screen capture the malfunctioning phone. I'll share that with you right now.
Thank you.
And you can see it. In fact, he was taking photos of me right before, standing in the entry to Homestead 2 in front of the doorway, just before they started feeling uneasy, and then ultimately the smartphone malfunction started occurring. It was strange. My brother Cameron, who is a very skilled aviator, has multiple degrees in aviation science and management, and my little brother Matthew, who runs operations, who were there, said that they weren't comfortable staying. They said we want to leave. We'll go to the airport. Call us later on today when you're available, but we're feeling uneasy. Which I thought was the silliest thing. I'm like, come on, really?
How many people from Area 51?
It was, so there was the surgeon, the doctor, and then he was accompanied by two security professionals. One was former president of the California Hells Angels, and another one was a contractor. And then he had his son, who was a grown adult. I don't know how old he was, but his son also accompanied. So it was a group of four of them that joined. At the time, my brothers, Eric Bard, who was my consulting physicist, and Jim Morse, ranch manager. And they're all witnessing this.
So what was the conversation like? They signed the paperwork, they signed the non-disclosure, the waiver. What are they hoping to see?
Well, I asked them, I said, geez, after telling them, I've never seen a UFO. I've owned the ranch for 6 months, and all I've seen is a strikingly beautiful landscape. And I'm skeptical. I've never seen anything like that I can report. And I proceeded to ask them, I said, we're sitting there preparing to leave for Skinwalker Ranch. I said, do you guys really believe in this UFO crap? And the two security guys, the two security professionals that were accompanying the doctor, said no. They shook their heads, no, we don't believe it. And the doctor just smiled, and he says, you guys don't even know what you're talking about. You have no idea what is real. And we all just kind of shrugged it off, and I kind of winked at the two security guards knowingly that, oh yeah, the doctor's probably just another UFO nut, but that's okay. He's a nice enough guy. So anyways, we find ourselves out at Homestead 2, smartphone malfunctioning. Everyone's feeling these physical effects. My brothers are feeling uneasy enough that they want to leave, and they leave. They're happier driving and sitting at the airport for hours until I tell them that we're ready to fly back. And I'm finding the whole thing interesting. Well, as we're all discussing kind of the history of Skinwalker Ranch and the homesteads, we proceed to kind of get our phones out to take some pictures. I felt like it was a good photo opportunity. And lo and behold, my phone's dead. It had previously been at 80% charge. My phone's completely dead. Eric Bard's phone that had recorded that, where he had screen captured the anomaly, the strange colors and flashing, was dead. The other